Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it all.
Hello, everybody. This is me, Lucretia, and I'm here today with three guests. My name is Lucretia, and I'm here for my second show of Let's Talk About It. And today I have three guests with me. My first guest is Kurt. He's a real estate broker that hails from Louisville, Kentucky. Then I have Richard, a businessman from Radcliffe, Kentucky. And I also have Lee, an entrepreneur from Louisville, Kentucky. And today we're going to be talking about what it is that what characteristics that women need to have for men to want to take them to the next level, whether it be the next level in dating or the next level in marriage. We're going to talk about it. And actually, Lee's actually married, so we're going to get a married perspective as well. So this is our first part of a three-part series. And our first question is, I'm going to give that question to you, Kurt. Is it important? This question comes from actually my sister, Jackie, who comes from Columbus, Ohio, and she wants to know, is it important for a woman to have a relationship with God before you want to date her?
That's a very good question. Hello, Jackie. How are you? Yes, it's very important that both man and woman be equally yoked. And Christ is the center part of my life. And if that's not a center part of the lady's life, we're going to have difficulties in communication, ideals, and belief. So, yes, I think the woman and man should both be centered in Christ. If the one is, the other one should too.
How do you feel about that, Lee? Do you think that a woman should have a relationship with Christ before you actually want to take her to the next level?
Definitely agree with that. When I met my wife, basically she really got me back in the church. I grew up in church, but it's some kids that grow up in church, they kind of stray away. She actually got me back into church and got me back in good with God. So definitely, she's my partner in life and in Christ.
Oh man, that is so awesome. That's so awesome. So, okay, Richard, when you first, you're a younger guy. So when you first meet a woman, what characteristics are you looking for in that woman? Tell us. Women out here want to know. I see so many women every day that tell me that they cannot find a husband. They cannot even find a date. We got like over 3.6 million women in the world who are saying, we're out here lonely. We can't find anybody. So that's what you guys are here today for. You're here to tell us what it is that these women are doing or what men are actually looking for.
Well, to me, a lot of women have a lot of rules. So when they're like saying what they're not going to do or what they're going to do, I say just be open-minded first and then kind of go from there. So always be open-minded when you meet somebody, and then y'all can just work it out, because there's so many issues out there that people have. We've got to work through, especially once you get older. Kids get involved, other relationships get involved, stuff like that, where there's family issues and things like that you got to work through.
Okay, so when you say, did you say they have to be open-minded?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
When you say open-minded, that's like broad, like open-minded about what? Open-minded about children, open-minded about the relationship. Actually, what are you saying when you say they need to be? I want to know. We need to know.
A lot of times they might say, well, I'm not going to accept a man that's like this or like that. If they have rules about certain type of men, they may have to kind of, be open-minded when it comes to, obviously, a man might be too short or not too tall, but obviously too short sometimes, or skinny or big. So it all depends on the things they might see in a man in the beginning to know whether they want him or not. I say give him a chance.
Okay.
And go from there.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So let me ask you, Curtis. What about if a woman has children? Would you all date a woman who has a ready-made family? Would you date a woman? Would you meet a woman? She says, "Hey, I got 2-3 kids." Would you date her?
Yes, I would. Because number one, I was a single parent, and I raised 2 children. And dating as a single parent is difficult. And if a woman have children, I don't see that as a problem. I can see that as an asset of showing responsibility, accountability.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Lee, I know I'm gonna keep jumping on you because you actually have a wife.
Right.
So, when you met your wife, what was it about your wife that made you say, this woman is the woman I'm taking down the altar? to the altar?
Well, I didn't know that immediately. I just knew this was a woman that I was attracted to, and that's really that's the realest thing about the whole thing is you have to be physically attracted to someone. It's the physicality first and foremost. That's just point blank. You have to be attracted to somebody in some way. Now, eventually, over time, that may change, but initially, that's what happens. And so, that aside, from looking at her physical appearance, I saw her inner ability. You know, I saw her drive, her motivation, and what she wanted to do in life. And speaking on the note of women with children, I was a proponent. I was not dating anyone with children at the time, and she had two small children, and you know, you can kind of throw all those preconceived notions out the window once you meet someone that you truly are matched up with. You know, all this, you have this long list of things that you want, these wants and needs and things like that, and you have this checklist, and you're never going to be able to check all those things off. You're going to be able to check the majority of them: God, faith, drive, things of that nature. And so I found my soulmate. That was 19 years ago. So
wow,
yeah,
that's a testimony. Richard, let me ask you. Okay, so when you meet a woman, are you expecting her to have traditional values? Like, are men looking for women that say, "Hey, I'm gonna stay at home, I'm gonna cook," or is it okay for the woman to be out in the workforce working and you know, going just as hard as a man goes?
For me, it doesn't matter. I just kind of figure out what she wants from there, and then we figure it out. But yeah, she can be in the house, or she can be a worker, either or. It doesn't, or she can do both, or I can do one or do the other. But I'm always open-minded, so I pretty much just, once I meet them, I kind of figure out where we fit, if we fit, and then go from there.
Okay, guys, now, I know this is a radio show, but it seems like you guys are giving me some real open book kind of answers. We want the real deal. These women are out here saying, you know, we can't find anybody, so you telling me that all they need to do is just have an open mind, they can have a job if they want to, come on with the kids or not, I'm taking you. No, it's got to be more to it. What is it?
Go ahead. Let's go back to this.
This is Curtis speaking. What's going on, Curtis? Talk to us.
A woman with children, if she's going to put the children before the relationship, and no, I don't want to have a relationship. I think she should be responsible for those children, and for us being equally yoked. Responsibility, if she don't care for her children and want to hang in the streets and run the streets, that is a deal killer. But if she's devoted, committed, then to her children, then she can commit to me.
Well, that's a good point of view, but what if she's a woman that just happens to want to go out maybe two, 3 times a month? You know, are you guys okay with that? Lee, would that be okay if your wife said, "Hey, I'm going out 2-3 times a month because I need some me time"?
Definitely,
It would
because
be okay?
that's a two-way street.
Absolutely.
You know, you have to have that alone time. You can make someone. My favorite saying is, you can make someone a part of your world. Don't make them your whole world. You know, and that is, you guys come back together in the middle. You do your things outside, and you come back in the middle, and then you have something to commune about, to talk about, and to build on a relationship on. If you're just sitting there day in and day out staring at one another, there's nothing to build on there.
Well,
you know, you have to have that life experience out there, those other experiences, and you have to have that trust as well to let that person go out and live their life outside of you.
Great answer, because you just enlightened me, because I'm speaking from women, because we're going to do a series where we have women, but you said the woman has to be like, she's a part of your world but not your whole world. Well, I'm speaking for women. We want to be the whole world. Is that
whole world.
Yeah. We want to be
Once
your whole
again,
world.
back to that unrealistic,
right.
unrealistic.
And that's women. We want to be your whole world. So, okay, Curtis, again, tell me, like, okay, if a woman, when it comes to her girlfriends, how are you with her girlfriends intervening in the marriage? Are you okay with that? You know, because our friends are like they're our bond. They're like an extension of us.
Well, when people come into a relationship, they come with people. They come with baggage. There's certain things you have to accept, certain things you don't. A girlfriend, a true girlfriend, I'm going to know, and she's going to know. And if the girlfriend is the girlfriend is the girlfriend. As long as I got my time and our time, that's the key thing.
So she can come with 2 girlfriends, just not 3.
Well, she can have 3, she got 4, but they got to be real girlfriends. You know,
Yeah.
real girlfriends that's going to stand for moral stuff to do, things to do. You know, a man can look at a girlfriend and see if the girlfriend is a real girlfriend or not by the way she carries herself.
Okay. I understand that. Okay, Richard, back to you. I guess I want to ask you, because since you're younger, because we're trying to hit all areas, we're trying to talk about all women. So, okay, the younger women, what are the men looking for from the younger women? Are they looking for someone who has a career or starting a career, someone that's goal driven? You know what, young women like to party still. Is that a deal breaker? What are you guys looking for when it comes to women, say in their 20s, 20s to early 30s? What are you looking for?
Well, I would expect them to still be out there kind of mingling around. So they will probably want to be out, doing things. So that's kind of a given, because you're still trying to experience the world and things like that. But I wouldn't have an issue with it. So that's how I see that. I wouldn't have an issue at all with that. If they have children, then obviously that should come first, and then the partying will come second. But no, there would be no issue with that. But I would always ask the women when I meet them, what are your goals? So they can be 20 to 30, 30 to 40, but if they don't have no goals, or if they, you have to kind of ask them, what do you want, or where are you going from here? And then that would be the most important thing to me, is to figure out what they want. It doesn't matter the age.
Yeah,
so they would kind of have to have just a goal set on what they want to do. Or are you done? Are you just going to work here for 20 years? Or, so that's my idea.
Okay, guys. So what about if you meet, because a lot of women say, I want a man that's, he's secure in the bag. I don't want to work. Because a lot of women have unrealistic goals, and they want to come into a relationship where the man is the breadwinner and he's doing it all. Are you guys okay with a woman saying, what, I don't want to work, I want to be taken care of? How do you feel, Lee?
Well, here's the thing. What do you expect? What do you expect from that lifestyle? What do you expect from that life? Are you expecting to drive around in a Mercedes, or are you expected to drive around in a Hyundai? What are your expectations by not participating in bringing in any income into the family? So if he's just working a nominal job somewhere, he's at a plant somewhere, not even Ford or something, but somewhere where he's making $15 an hour, and you guys are barely making it on, his salary, and you're one car, and you're in an apartment, a house is nowhere in your future. If you're good with that, then that's fine, But if you have these unrealistic expectations that you're gonna have the mansion and the Bentley and all that stuff, and he's working his 15-hour job, so you're
saying, if the woman is comfortable with how the living that you can provide for her, then you're okay with her not working.
Yeah, if she's okay with that. But if you want more, and a real man really would expect a woman to want more. He wants you're a team, so you're gonna go out there and work together and build up to get that mansion, to get that Bentley. So it goes both ways. My wife and I, we're both career driven, and that was one of the things I said earlier that drove me to her. So,
yes.
But some people settle for that. Speaking personally, I have a son who's in a relationship like that. So,
Okay, great. Okay, Curtis, when you meet a woman, what makes you say, when you see that woman, what makes you say, this woman, I want to take her home to my mama. I want this woman to be the woman that, because we're it. Once I tell my husband when you put this ring on my finger, really when we started dating, but when you put the ring on my finger, this is it. So we need to know what is making the man say this woman is it. It's so many women in the world, beautiful women, goal-driven women, women that are doing some things. So it's gotta be something that makes that man say, what, she's it.
Well, the conversation, with the individual would give me the keys of whether I want to pursue or not. The history. I think, when a man first meets a woman, there should be a history class. You need to talk about where you came from, what you came from. How do you act when you get mad? Do you have an issue with a woman working, just like the last question? I think everybody healthy should have a job. I'm in the upper age of these three gentlemen here. So most women that I would be in a relationship with are career-minded women already. So that doesn't really